My name is Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking to you about heroes. So, heroes are people that sometimes we don't think about, that we go through our day to day life and we don't mention them or think of all the changes and the great things that they do for us or the way that they impact our lives. Tom McCall once said, "Heroes are not giant statues framed against a red sky. They are people who say, 'This is my community, and it's my responsibility to make it better.'" A hero is someone with strength, hope, determination, someone who puts others before themselves. The real heroes often go unnoticed in the day to day rut of life. We often pass heroes on the streets without even knowing they're heroes. Their siblings, their moms, their dads and grandparents. And my hero, well, he's my husband. You see, my husband Myron doesn't think about himself when he goes into a drug dealer's house. He thinks of the small child subjected to crime and abuse because his parents bought those drugs and used them. He doesn't think about his safety when someone's holding a gun to him. He thinks about his team's safety. He thinks of the women, the children, who won't be subjected to domestic violence if that gun isn't on the street. You see, Tom McCall was right. Heroes are not giant statues framed against a red sky. They wear badges. They wear army greens and blues. They save and they protect life. They are the sheepdogs, watching over the unknowing sheep. My husband is a pillar of hope when all hope seems lost. You see, 4 years ago, I realized why my husband was the greatest hero of them all. My husband was working night shifts back then, and he was sound asleep 2 floors down on the most horrifying day of our lives. While he was asleep after a really long night, I was breastfeeding the newborn baby in one room, and our 3-year-old Charlie was playing in his toy room. After laying the baby back down, I opened to the playroom to the door that Charlie was supposed to be in, and he wasn't there. I looked in the kitchen, and he wasn't there. I looked in the dining room, he's not there. I looked in his room, not there, not in my room, not downstairs. And I decided to check, we had 2 kitchens. I decided to check the other kitchen. And I remember walking in and I saw the door open. And I looked outside and I yelled and I screamed, "Charlie, Charlie, where are you, Charlie?" And I looked all over the yard and nothing, nowhere. I ran back inside and let out a death-defying scream. My husband came running up the stairs and jumped straight to finding him without even taking a moment to see the surroundings or understand what was going on. He just knew what he needed to do and started acting. My husband started calling people and asking for help and had people out there in a great amount of time. He didn't stop. Hundreds of people came and they searched and they searched. And they gave every ounce of energy they had to finding Charlie and bringing him home. They tried everything they could. But you see, Charlie didn't make it home to me that day. Now, I know what you're thinking. "Taylor, why would you tell this story if he didn't save him? How's he the hero? What's the whole point? You're not a hero unless you save somebody, and now your son's gone." Well, you see, after Charlie passed, I couldn't function. My heart, my soul, our heart and soul, our monster truck loving little boy would never be coming home. I still have nightmares and flashbacks, and I avoid every trigger possible, including television shows and movies. But my husband, he's my hero because he continues to go to work. He continues to be exposed to situations even though it hurts him. Why? Because he is strong and he is determined. If he can bring one baby home to their family, one child, protect one person, one mom from never coming home, he has done his job. He goes every day to work with the hope that he will make someone, his community, better. He sees it as his responsibility to make this world a better place. He wants to make everything and every person in a better situation than they were. You see, being a police officer isn't an easy job. It's not for the weak of heart. But for someone who's experienced tremendous pain, tremendous loss, and tremendous tragedy, to still want to give back, sometimes to people who don't value what he does and have no respect for what he does and the love he has for community, but he does it anyways. That's my husband, my Myron, a man of strength, hope, and determination. He may not be a giant statue framed against a red sky, but he is a giant hero in my red heart. Thank you.